Have you considered a career in care? Then consider a career with Care and Share Associates. This short film describes the rewards and benefits on offer by working for a social enterprise company.
I was involved in nightclubs and bars, and I worked in that scene for 17 years. Round about when I hit the age of 40, I wouldn't say it was a midlife crisis, but I decided that I felt I wanted to do something that I found rewarding.
I've worked in the care profession for nearly 30 years in various different roles. I've started from the ground up.
I came into care about just over 10 years ago. I'd been in retail all my working life. I thought I needed to change. Found a job in care straight away, started as a support worker, absolutely loved it.
I actually got into care by accident. I started working for a charity who actually took people out and about in wheelchairs.
There's no one route into the care profession. Workers at Care and Share Associates have come from varied backgrounds, but all now earn their living working for one of the group's home care associations, who have bases in North and South Tyneside, Newcastle, Manchester, Calderdale and Sunderland, where the initiative was started back in 1994.
I think the belonging to the company is very emotional, and you see it at our annual general meeting, our normal general meetings. You see that people really do care, and I think that's because they are valued, and if people are valued they respond to that and give back.
Sunderland Home Care Associates was originally established to provide domiciliary care. Its first contract with Sunderland Council was for 450 weekly hours of care, undertaken by 20 employees. It now provides 3,800 hours of care per week and employs 180 staff. The success was partly based on its localness, but opportunities to provide a similar service existed elsewhere, and in 2003 Care and Share Associates was established to export the successful franchise to other parts of the UK. Originally, Sunderland Home Care Associates was set up as a workers' cooperative, but today the Casa Group consists of employee-owned companies, where every worker is given shares in the business.
Well, we're an employee-owned social enterprise, and that means every single employee gets shares in the company. So it depends on how much you earn and how long you've been here for the number of shares. The shares started off at £2.20 and now they're worth £7.20 in 8 years.
It's a scheme which rewards the staff for their hard work and encourages them to continue to help grow the organisation.
When you've worked for the company for 6 months, you're automatically given shares in the company, and obviously the more profit we make, the more the shares are worth. And so you become an owner of the company, you take ownership of it, and because of that I find there's more teamwork, everybody gets more involved with the client.
The worker does have a say in how the company's run. We do have meetings at least once a month where we can talk about how the company's progressing. Any input that we want to put in is gratefully accepted and we discuss it. So it's more like a family orientated company, even though we are quite a large company.
The staff are actually encouraged to participate in any meetings that we have. They're encouraged to voice their opinions, they're actually listened to. We also get shares in the companies. We are at the stage now where our shares have been allocated, and we've had 2 share allocations this year. And you know, some staff have been here since the company started in 2004, so their shares are quite substantial. Other new starters, obviously their shares are a lot smaller, but the longer they stay here, the bigger they'll grow.
As well as holding shares in the company and being given a say in the running of the organisation, the board of directors is made up of workers from all areas of the business.
Our board's made up of carers, management, and again it's just people voted on, so anybody after 6 months can stand for board. If you get nominated, you have to write a speech as to why you think you would be good for that job, and it changes every 3 years, so nobody stays on for a long period of time. And it's a nicer way, because when we on a board and we're discussing things that are changing, we've done the job ourselves. Every board member on at the present time has been a carer, a domestic, a support worker. So we've all had first-hand experience of what it's like out there.
Casa is a growing organisation too. In 2010, Life, Living Independently for Everyone was established under its umbrella. Michelle Tate is the self-directed support service manager. Her role, to help young people in the Newcastle and Gateshead area move into their own homes while still receiving support. It's a new and exciting challenge for her after 3 decades in the industry, and just one example of the emotional rewards also on offer by coming to work for the Casa Group.
It's nearly 30 years I've worked in this care profession, and I'm as passionate about it today as I was 30 years ago. I just love what we're about. I love the concept of life, living independently for everyone, and I just love the fact that we can enable individuals to live as independently as possible.
Companies in the Casa Group are also at the forefront of personal development and career progression. There's ample opportunity for promotion or changing roles, and they assist staff to gain qualifications, as well as offering a continuing programme of on-the-job training.
What I've benefited the most from is in-house training from the company. There's so many different variations of different training that we can do, and it's always open, and the support network that we have here is second to none. It's always supporting us and pushing us forward to do as much training in different aspects of the job in case we want to progress in the field further.
It depends on the individual, how much they want to progress. Most of the staff I work with are carers, and they all do level 2 MVQs. Then they've got the option to do a level 3 if it's suitable for them or if they want to progress. And if there's a job vacancy within the company, it's always advertised internally first. There's only a few members of staff that have come externally, but everybody else came from the ground floor.
So consider a career with Casa. These people did. They've never looked back.
All employees have a say in the running of the business because we own it. We are shareholders in the company. So any decisions, whether it be from the top in terms of the directors, down to the service managers, team leaders, deputy managers and support workers, we're all on an equal footing regardless of what your job role is, because we all have a vested interest to make sure that the company that we are involved with and own is a success.
If you're looking for a job, look for a job in care.
I've had 3 trades in my life. My first trade was a stonemason, my second, like I said, was in the bar trade, and my third is a support worker. And it's took us to 44 years of age to really find my vocation, and I just love it. I love the job I do, and I can see me being in it till I retire basically.
Training for us is very important, and personal development is very important.
Anything to do with the company, whether it's organised the Christmas party, working conditions, uniforms, pay, so you do feel part of one big family.
I love it. I love working here. There's a great camaraderie between all the support workers.
They come in and get trained, they start earning some money, start feeling better about themselves and their lives, and you just see a big change in people. So bring it on. Welcome to everyone.